Welcome to the Outside Podcast, where we just be outside, but we're inside today. And I'm here with
Mike.
Mike is one of my favorite regulars
Thank you.
at work, and I've been wanting to get to know my regulars. I've been wanting to know who you guys are and where you guys come from, and why here is your coffee store. Why do you come back every day?
Okay. First of all, I've been coming to Starbucks for years, right? We used to live in South Sac over in Greenhaven. I've always wanted some property. I was wanting to tell my wife, hey, I want like like at least an acre somewhere, right? You know what I'm saying? So every now and then to jump online and see what's out there. Little 2-acre property jumped up over here in Elk Grove. So I didn't think we were gonna make the move that early, but we went ahead and made the move, and I'm glad we did. I remember coming to Elk Grove when I was younger, and it was like basically farm town, right? There was straight fields, and that's about it. We come out here party and stuff like that.
Okay.
Get a good cater going on, and no one was gonna mess with you out here. So there's old parts. There's like old, it's like old school Elk Groves. There's older parts of Elk Grove down that we live at. The property we purchased now, it's kind of like old Elk Grove.
Okay.
And so we moved here. It's right off of Sheldon, and I started coming over here. And yeah, man, I really like here. I mean, there's a couple here I visit. This is my main one, man.
Okay.
I mean, like here because the people here are cool. I've known, some people have come and gone.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the goodies are still here.
Right.
Some of the goodies are gonna be leaving too. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about that good progression.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? I've always liked the Starbucks because the people here, they know what I want. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty cool. So
well, we love having you come in here all the time, and along with a lot of our other customers. I think my favorite part about working here is you guys, and you guys make it worth it because you know us, and it's like a boost of energy, and that keeps us alive throughout the day. So I appreciate you for that.
Absolutely, bro.
I wanted to ask you about I know you're from here. What was your upbringing like?
Like I said, I was born and raised in Sacramento. Went to McClatchy High School. Graduated in '94.
Okay.
After that, I went to the Army.
Wow.
So I was in the Army for about 2 years and 4 months. And after that, I was stationed in Germany for about a year. And then I was sent over, deployed to Bosnia for about 8 months.
Wow.
So after the Army, they said, you want to re-enlist? I was like, give my shit, I'm gone, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I took my college fund. I went to Chico State.
Wow.
And spent a good 5 years at Chico getting my BA.
Sure.
And then kind of from there, you know what I'm saying? I work in the state of California now.
Okay.
In IT, I work for the Department of Technology. I've been there for about 13, 14 years. And, about it, bro. I'm married, been married to my lovely wife since October of 2010. You know what I'm saying?
A long time.
Yeah. And I've got 2 kids. One Valentina, she's 10, and Emiliano, he's 8. So they keep me busy, bro. We're in a good spot in my life right now. Raising my family, they're keeping us busy. But it's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? I was young and had a lot of fun. I'm a single man, but I'm getting too old for that shit now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to grow up. You know what I'm saying? And but no, we're very, very kind of a trip. I never thought, being from Sac, I never thought that I'd live in Elk Grove, right?
Yeah.
I just never thought about that. You know what I'm saying? People are like, oh, Elk Grove. I'm like, oh, Elk Grove's cool. I never thought I would live there, right? Moving here though, man, it's really grown on me, and I would like it a lot. A lot of diversity, which I love. Sacramento is the same way. A lot of diversity. And the good thing is I didn't realize how big Elk Grove is. Elk Grove is humongous. You know what I'm saying? Just keep going from, I live on the east side of town. I'm 20 minutes. I'm still in Elk Grove. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But Elk Grove has got everything we need, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, what isn't in Elk Grove? So, we like to hear, man. I'll be here for a while until until I can't take care of my property anymore. Till they move me to the hospice, or homie, just time to roll.
Okay. if Elk Grove wasn't the place to be, and you can get out of California, where would you go? Where would you settle down?
Like if money was an issue,
Yeah.
I'd probably go to Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We just went to in December. We went to Mexico for a little vacation, 10 days. And you know what's a trip, man? It's like it's a totally different way of life. You know what I'm saying? In that here in the States, man, it's all about work, pay bills, get this, acquire more of this, get this, buy more house, get bigger house, get more of this. Whereas over there, it's, you know what I'm saying, priorities are a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? There's not like a lot of materialistic things, and they're not, people aren't worried about that. You might have your own little house, man. You got your family, and that's it. Like that's life, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Things will take care of themselves.
Absolutely, it was on the place.
And you know what? It's a trip, man. It's just like I said, I love going out because it's a totally different lifestyle. Mm-hmm. Obviously, if you have money, it makes a different story, right? Your dollar goes a lot further there, but it's like it's not, man. It's not like the everyday stress of here. You know what I'm saying? So I've got aunts and uncles down there, man. Okay. They're like 56 years old, but you look at them, man. They look like they're 40.
Yeah, you would never guess.
Because they're not stressed out the game like people are over here. You know what I'm saying? I see people over here 50, 60, man, they're looking beat. Yeah. And it's that daily rat life, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's important, man. You gotta you have to find out, hey, life, as I get older, things in my life, things that are important to me, it comes in more in perspective, right? Mm-hmm. Your health, your family, good relationships with people. You know what I'm saying? It's nice having stuff, it's nice having a nice house and a truck and all this other stuff and all that's necessary, but it's like, man, you can't take any of that shit to the grave with you, bro. I never been behind a hearse with a U-Haul. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't take that shit with you, bro. It's like, so
with a U-Haul.
You know what I'm saying? You don't see a U-Haul behind because hey, what you got is gone. So if you ask me if I go, I'd probably go to Mexico, man, just for the way of living, the quality of life, and just like the stress-free, you know, this environment. So,
yeah, right. And I think I've been coming to understand that idea of life now. And my dad always tells me like, it's cool that I'm understanding this young.
Yes.
Because I can use it to my advantage.
Absolutely.
And I think in being a pilot and traveling the world, I think is the perfect gateway to do that.
You know what? And it's funny, man. Okay, so you're not married and have no kids, right? You're the perfect age to do it, bro.
Not that I know of.
You know what I'm saying? They're not claiming me. You know what I'm saying? It's a trip, though. I mean, one thing I will say about traveling. Like I was able to go to. I was in Germany. I was in other. You know, I've been to other countries, stuff like that. It's always good to go someplace, travel someplace, and even places that make you feel maybe a little uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because we have it good here in the States. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You don't realize how good you have it till you go to someplace and they don't have it, right? Man. And even if you're a little uncomfortable, you're like, So it kind of puts you to appreciate things more.
Yeah.
But it also kind of puts, you put in perspective of somebody else how they're looking at things. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I would advise you about travel as much as you can.
Yeah.
You go enjoy as many cultures and everything that's out there because, man, the world is so different, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's not just about being in Elk Grove, California, United States. There's so much more out there, right? And once you know what I'm saying, once you kind of go out there and you travel that, you bring that and you have that in your mind. Mm-hmm. So, like I say, it's always a different perspective, bro. But I encourage you, man, bro.
Okay.
You go be a pilot on me, and you go everywhere. You know what I'm
saying? I think my big thing with traveling is I psych myself out because I really wanted to go to Cancun for my 21st. Okay. And as time gets closer, I kind of get, I don't want to say afraid, but I get nervous. I get nervous going to a brand new place. I don't know anybody. I think I'm confusing excitement with fear, but
yes,
it's really strong.
So you're gonna go solo?
I thought about it. Then I thought about bringing my dad with me and or some of my homies. Right. But the going solo is always on the forefront of my mind. Like anywhere. And with my career choice, I will be solo.
Yes.
Yeah. So I will have to grow up, and I will grow up. But I'm very nervous, but also very excited about it.
I think you hit it right. You know what I'm saying? Don't mix up being scared with being nervous. You know what I'm saying, or anxious, bro. But yeah, why Cancun?
I don't know. I don't even know.
Have you been to Mexico before?
No,
never.
I've only been to Hawaii, and that was
so you've never been out of the States?
Nah,
bro. What?
Yeah, I haven't got a chance to experience the life outside, but I can only see it from social media or hearsay from other people. I'm like, I'm gonna go do it then. I'm gonna do it.
Right, you have to.
I have to do it.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's always, man, go someplace that makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? You go to another country where, okay, the toilets and the might not be the same. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be different. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you might have to. The public transportation might be different. It might be packed. You'll be like, damn, there's hella fools around there. It's just different, man. But once you kind of have the understanding, okay, the world is different, people are different. That's just the way it is, and you appreciate it, man. It makes things so much easier, bro.
Absolutely.
So let me ask you this: So have you gotten to a point yet where you say, damn, my dad was right about a whole bunch of things?
I hear his voice in my head saying, "You're gonna thank me when you're older."
And yeah, right.
And I do. There's a lot of things in the real world that I'll come across and be like, he told me. Yeah. He told me this would happen, and I was able to get through it and be fine because I had the tools and the knowledge to do so. And I really appreciate my dad for that, and my mom as well. They are very informative, and they are like, they love what they do. They have shown us passion for our craft, and they told us to do that, and it will never feel like work. And so this is my job, and I love it. And I love
That's awesome. Okay, so, and the thing is, bro, most people, I don't know the percentage of it, but I would say it's a high number of people go to work because it pays the bills, right? I'll be one of those people, bro. I never, when I was younger, what do you want to be when you grow up? I don't go work for the state.
Right.
I never said no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I've got a good job. They pay the bills. They provide for my family, right? So it takes care of me. My wife, on the other hand, she teaches. Okay. And she teaches, and she, like you said, she gets paid to do something she loves. She goes to work and she, makes an impact with people, or, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of people who can say, man, I can't wait to do my job because I love it, right? So she's in that position, and, she took a lot of hard work to get there, but, now it's like she's set. So, I always applaud her because she does things that I couldn't do, but that she loves doing it. She writes and publishes books and shit like that. I'm like, hey, I can never do that, right? I could have if I really put myself to it, but I have to force myself to, which is a different story.
Got to be what you want to do,
right? So just, man, like I said, man, hey, go for what you go for what you know. Like I said, it'll never be work, man. It'll just be. It's you getting paid to do what you want to do.
Absolutely. And seeing you guys, it doesn't. You guys don't make it feel like work when I'm here. Right. And making your drinks. When I see you guys pull up in the parking lot, I'm already making your drink. I'm already putting it through. It's just like I want to. I want to do it. It doesn't feel like I have to do it. You guys make it worth it.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I think it's kind of reciprocated, bro, because, you can't be in a place like this and hate working with people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't be like, I hate the customers. Right. I hate the public. Why am I here? You know what I'm saying? I hate customers. So,
I feel it.
But yeah,
that's dope. Well, you got a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old?
Yep.
I was being a dad.
You know what? It's very rewarding. It's very rewarding. It's a lot of work though, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I never. Kids are a trip, right? They're expensive, and I remember my dad telling me, right? And the best thing my dad told me one time, he goes, once you have a kid, then you realize you're no longer the most important person on the world. And he told me that one time, and I was like, what? What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? He's like, you realize, once you have a kid, you're no longer the most important person in the world.
You're not worrying about
that. And I was like, and it never struck me, right? Until I had a kid, and I was like, damn, he's not like my dad again. He knows what the hell he's talking about, right? And when you're responsible for somebody else's well-being and their upbringing, it's a it's a burden. Anybody can be, a father. You know what I'm saying? Anybody got a kid, but you're gonna raise your kids right. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. And that's what life's about, man. And like I said, you get older, your priorities change. You know what I'm saying? My advice to you, though, bro, you wait as long as you can.
Man,
bro, you wait as long as you can,
I
homie,
hear you.
Because everything that you love will be
gone.
That peace and quiet, all that money you got, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you can't do nothing without thinking about your kid first. Yeah. But, hey, it is what it is. I mean, my wife and I, we both, bro, I didn't get married till I was 30. Wow. We didn't have our first, my wife and I the same age. I didn't have my first kid till I was 36. My daughter. Yeah, I didn't like.
That's how I'm trying to do it.
So yeah, but like the thing is, like, so we're gonna be a little bit older parents, obviously, but
that's fine.
Bro, in my 30s, I was wilding out. I mean, sorry, my 20s, I was wilding out. Like I wasn't even. I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to get married or have a kid, right? But then, like you say, you get older, priorities change. You know what I'm saying? So my advice is, though, you wait as long as you can, bro.
My dad, I had gotten out of a relationship last year, and I think that changed my whole perspective on relationships in general and how much time I have in between now and 30.
Yeah.
And
bro. Hey, bro, that shit goes quick, homie. You know what I'm saying?
I can get so much done too.
Absolutely, absolutely. But then I was also gonna be like, damn, dude, I remember I was talking with Mike and I was 21. I'm like 31 now. You're like, oh shit. But I've been around the world though about this and all of this. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it is time. Maybe I am ready. Yeah, being a father is cool. It's rewarding. It's challenging. Shit costs money.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Your kids, they will reward you. You know what I'm saying? If you raise them right.
Yeah.
So they're cool.
And they got a dad like you, so I think that's gonna be just fine.
I would hope that I'm a good dad. And you know what I'm saying? I don't let my kids slide with a bunch of shit, right? Mm-hmm. But I give my kids everything they need. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So this is kind of a trip, man. I grew up in a different time. My kids grew up in a different time. You know what I'm saying? These fools got, internet, technology, and all that shit. Okay. I mean, that didn't come out until like I was into the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? When I was in college. I was in Chico when the internet came out and shit. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. So you think about that shit. But I came up from my generation. We're like the latchkey generation, right? Because both my parents worked. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like my sister, she's 3 years older than I am. Like, bro, I remember being in kindergarten. Wow. Walking to school. Like my parents took me the first day to kindergarten. Mm-hmm. Said, okay, this is where you're coming. Cool. Next day is like, we gotta go to work. You and your sister are walking to class. You know what I'm saying? We're walking or taking our bikes there. We get off school. We come back home. We open the door up. You know what I'm saying? We come back to our house. We lock the house up. Parents like, when somebody comes, you know what I'm saying? You come home. Yeah. You make yourself something to eat. You lock the damn door.
They still at work.
And you know what I'm saying? You wait for us to get home. Don't open the door for nobody. All right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's just a different, you know what I'm saying? Nowadays, dude, my kid can't even walk down the damn street. You know what I'm saying? Because people be tripping out. People are tripping. People like, what is this kid do? I'm like, dude, shit, my generation, we were over there like, I gotta go home. I got my own key to the house. Right. I'm 6 years old. I'm 7 years old. I gotta keep my house, bro. I gotta make myself something to eat. Damn. And so I don't know, right? Shit changes.
Yeah. Bro. I didn't start. I think it was like 6. I would walk home in elementary school, but my little brother and my little sister, they're not doing it. They're not doing it. We have bikes. They have transportation, but they always will wait for a ride. They'll stay at school. They won't do it. And it's very interesting to me to see how the different generations get to where they gotta be.
Yeah, bro. And it's a kind of trip because, you talk about technology, bro. I was in my 20s when the internet came out.
How do you connect with your children with the big technology change?
I try to limit my kids on technology. It's going to be there regardless. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want them to be, I don't want there to be too much. You know what I'm saying? Because some kids, man, that's all they do. That's all they know. They get on the screen, that's all they know. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, dude, I can't have that. You know what I'm saying? It's part of, you put a limit on it.
Absolutely.
Right? because these fools will stay on that damn screen all day, dude. Like, and sometimes I'm like, hey, you guys got to get up, go outside, dude. Go ride your bike. Go
what
climb a
Mike
tree.
said, go outside.
Take your ass outside. Jump on a bike.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? Go climb a tree.
Do it.
But yeah, they're like, oh, but I mean, they'll get out, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, you have to limit to them, bro. Yeah. It's not, I mean, I've seen kids just run around all day with it.
They won't do it for themselves.
Yeah. And what happens is parents let the phone be the babysitter. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to take care of you. Here's a screen. It's like, okay, so what are you teaching your kid? You know what I'm saying?
That's all they're gonna know. Yeah. That's all they're gonna know. And the limiting works. I am living proof because my dad always, he would put the parental thing on, the lock on it, and it would
put time on it.
Yeah, we had no choice. Yeah. So as like now, like in between high school, I would be on my phone a lot, and then he would implement the time limits. Yeah. And now that I'm older, my phone's always on Do Not Disturb. I've deleted social media. I don't feel it no more.
So let me ask you, bro, because you're, you know what I'm saying, you're 20, you're early 20s. So like social media, like I'm not big on social media, right? Okay. And maybe because it's just you know what I'm saying, there's an age difference, right? But I feel like especially young people, it's like that's all they know. You know what I'm saying? I go to like family functions and stuff, and you got preteens and teens, and bro, everyone's taking selfies and shit, right? And it's like sometimes I wonder, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Do you guys know how to communicate with other people? It's a different, like I said, man, I don't do. You know, I don't do Facebook, bro. I mean, I used to have like MySpace back in the day. And people jumped on Facebook, and I'm like, nah, I'm cool on that, dude. I
already have MySpace.
So people are like, you ain't got Snap or Facebook. I'm like, I ain't got none of that shit, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you want to find me, you got to call me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It's just.
I think people are like losing themselves in social media.
Okay.
And a lot of me and my dad have this conversation all the time. We're losing our critical thinkers. People aren't thinking about what they're doing, and so they get stuck in taking the selfies and posting it. They get stuck in the likes, the comments. They get stuck in the attention.
There's like the instant gratification.
Instant, and it's getting too fast. It's getting so fast that people aren't even gratified over the instant gratification, and it's like people are feeling really ugly about themselves if they're not getting 300 likes, if they're not getting 600 likes. And it's becoming a problem because
is that crazy?
Yeah, I feel like TikTok has amplified that idea too. Because TikTok is you can put videos and they will instantly blow up.
Right.
Like, you put it up for 24 hours and you'll have half the world watching it. So I think people want stuff too fast, and social media is making that a big problem. And it's getting too fast that people aren't even realizing how fast time is going. And but seeing that, being a part of it, and then coming out of it and seeing it from the outside in is mind blowing on how much we give our lives to technology.
I think man, when you said we're losing our critical thinkers, bro, that's true. That's correct, man.
Absolutely.
Because there's no analysis or really thought that goes into that, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, it's like boom, media, boom, post it, okay, and then see where that runs off to.
Right.
I mean, and what's the difficulty in that, right?
It's not hard at all. Critical thinking now is thinking of an Instagram caption. And people can barely do that.
Bro, you ain't lying.
Yeah, it's terrifying to say the least. But technology is only getting more advanced. Yeah. Now we're getting introduced to things like artificial intelligence and robots and stuff. So I can't even imagine what this world is going to look like in the next 2 to 3 years, because AI is only speeding up that process.
Have you seen those robots, right? That it was a couple of years ago. I saw them develop this robot, right? And it could like jump. It was like running. It was running a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Running a little bit, right? You could push it over and it would
get right back up,
right? But it had a lot of flaws in it still, right? You know what I'm saying? It was still like, it was kind of slow. 3 years later, like that same robot they've been working on. Bruh, like
you see the clip?
The agility on that thing.
Yeah, it's jumping up places.
It's like doing backflips and jumping and swinging. I'm like, and this is in 3 years, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you look at that, you're like, wow, bro, that's kind of crazy. Because they're like, well, we can put this on the battlefield. And I'm thinking, I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
How do you feel about that? Like, if they are to use robots and stuff for everyday life or in the military?
I think that, okay, so there's a lot of things that AI could help us with, right?
Mhm.
There's a lot of redundant things that, that people have, for example, coding.
Okay.
People have coded for years,
Right.
years, C++, whatever. I mean, it's kind of basic, right?
Mhm.
So there's things that AI can do, right? I'm saying that's going to take, and it's going to take away from people's jobs. It is what it is,
Absolutely.
right? You know what I'm saying? You see things about now like these. I saw they're running a pilot for McDonald's or something like that, and it's a employeeless restaurant where you go make your food, make your the drive. You go to the drive-through, comes out. Here
Out
it
the
is.
window?
Nobody, there's no employees there.
Oh my
Right?
God.
So okay, you're like, whoa, okay, so like fast food, that's gonna take a little bit, but that's the direction they're going.
Yeah,
Right?
that they already are implementing ideas.
So I mean, you think, okay, hey, we're in the United States, capitalism. Hey, if I'm a company and I can create a robot that's gonna do your job better than you, ain't gonna bitch and moan, gonna be here on time, and gonna do the job right. Hey,
By the press of a button.
It is what it is. Sorry, bro, you got to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to upgrade your skills and you got to go find something else to do. You know what I'm saying? So, I think it has its benefits. I mean, but you think about that on the battlefield, right? That's crazy, bro. Like, I don't know, just me being in the military. I was in the infantry, right?
Okay.
So, you think about it, I was thinking to myself, what if I saw something like that running around out there? That'd probably scare the shit out of me, bro. You know what I'm saying? That'd probably scare the shit out of me, bro. Because I'd be like, whoa. I mean, you hit this thing and it doesn't go anywhere. You're like, okay, you know what I'm saying? You knock it over, it jumps right back up.
Yeah, that I've never heard it put like that. That is terrifying.
Yeah, so you think about that, but then, okay, if you can have a well-trained army of fucking robots, hey, there's no human casualty, right?
Right.
So, but it always goes back to that, kind of like that Terminator shit. Once this thing starts thinking for itself, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm saying? Once it starts catching up, and you're like, okay, what do you do then? So you got to do the way from. I mean, I think it is what it is, bro. And I think they do some amazing stuff with it.
Absolutely.
But it is, I mean,
it's a double-edged sword.
It is, man. Yeah. It really is. So it's like,
all we can do is live in it.
Yeah.
We can't. What are we gonna try to stop AI? Yeah. This world is on its way somewhere. I can't tell you.
So I think about this place in 20 years, man.
We're in 2023 right now. It's 2043. 2043.
So you'll be 41. You'll be 41. Yeah. 41, bro. I'll be 66. Wow. Lord willing, right?
Wow. 20 years from now. Yeah, I couldn't even fathom the idea.
I mean, things are gonna speed up so quick, bro.
Yeah, I'm excited though.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited. Yeah. I'm saying, like I said, my kids, they've grown up in a totally different, age than I am. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a trip. Like even for school, they're not like cursive, right? They're not writing cursive. So my daughter was writing some stuff, and I'm like, hey, dude, you're like totally like, this is not correct. Like the way you're spelling is not correct, right? And when we talk to the teacher, he goes, you know what? We kind of hate to say it, but these kids work on Chromebooks all day, right? So they're typing stuff up, and they get something wrong, it's corrected from.
Yeah, it's auto-corrected.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, well, yeah, you still gotta know how to spell this shit, though, right? They're like, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're not teaching. I'm like, I mean, if you gotta know how to spell correct, I mean, like, well, things are changing a little bit. Wow. You know what I'm saying? They're like, we don't put that much emphasis, but I kind of understand. I mean, if you're working on them, whether you're sending an email out or whatever, spell something wrong, it's correcting it for you right there. You know what I'm saying?
Or filling in the words.
You know what I'm saying? You're starting up, and they already know that the whole phrase you're trying to say. You're like, okay. So
I got one question though.
Okay, shoot.
What advice do you have to as growth and change and becoming older?
One thing I would just say, man, is realize that people are different. Everybody's different, right? Everybody, I mean, one way I think we'd all get along better is to respect other people's opinions. Man, we live in such a nation divided right now, man. It's just like it's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? You get grouped into one. You know what I'm saying? You might say something. I feel this way about this certain subject. Well, automatically you get grouped into you're that type of person. Absolutely. And everything. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so just, man, having respect for other people's opinions. whether you like them or not.
Mm-hmm.
And just learn how to, learn how to develop relationships with people.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you have to know how to. There's always going to be the human aspect of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We're talking about the future and how shit's getting crazy, right? But we're still going to need humans to go ahead and make that happen.
Absolutely.
Right? So don't forget about that, man. Just like I said, keep that in mind. And like I said, respect others.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with being a good person.
Absolutely.
There's nothing wrong with being, you know how being nice to somebody, how far that'll get you?
Right. And just a simple hello.
Yes.
Just say hi to somebody.
You know what I'm saying? Some might be having a effed off day, bro. And you go, hey, how's it going? You can change somebody's day, bro. It's that human connection.
Yeah. It will never,
you can never replace that, bro.
Amen. That was great. I'm so glad I had you as my first person.
I'm glad to be here, bro.
You setting the tone. Well, to close out, this is the Outside Podcast. This is Mike.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys outside.
Peace.
Dope, man. Dope. So dope. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, man. That was my pleasure, man. Again, getting to know you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's hella cool.